I'm looking for something for y'all. Clearly, I just messed up the whole thing. How do you mess up Apple Music? And don't at me that I need Spotify. Because I only learned one thing. And I don't like to learn new things. Oh my God, guys, what did I do? I did something very weird. Looking for something. It's going to be so good. Tell your friends to join in, please. We're going to recap last night.
He knows nothing of loyalty. Smells like new money, dresses like fake royalty. Desperate to rise above his station. Everything he does betrays the ideals of our nation. And if you don't know, now you know, Mr. President.
Thank you, Secretary Jefferson. Secretary Hamilton. Your response.
Sound familiar?
You must be out of your goddamn mind. President is gonna bring the nation to the brink of meddling in the middle of.
Yes, guys, this is my things don't change. This is my rendition. I don't think things change. Some things are wrong with my Apple Music, so I cannot do the whole thing for you. Yeah. We live in a world where people love to throw stones. They, for whatever reason, I don't know. So I'm not going to do a breakdown of the political stuff. I have removed myself from that genre. Just because, honestly, guys, as I tell a lot of my people, we have two old white men running for president. Those are our choices. Two old white men. Let's just start pouring life into our local leaders, into our regional leaders, into our state leaders, and understand that battles have gone on forever and ever and ever. That's why we have a two-party system and maybe a three-party system, because Thomas Jefferson came back and did not like Alexander Hamilton or whatever was going on, so they split. And they argued and they argued and they argued. And I blame them. I think it's their fault that we have these debates now, because I'm pushing for, and I always have pushed for, tell me why you're qualified for the job, and then I will vote on that. I don't need to know why you don't like the other person. So that comes to our PR lesson of the day. Here's the deal, guys. When you're on camera, most of us do not get the opportunity to be in front of a camera all the time. We can create our own media like this, but as you can see, I don't get tons of views. I'm like just starting out, and I've been in this industry for 20 years, but I'm just now starting to avidly create my own content. So I don't have the opportunity to impact hundreds of thousands of people right away like I would and do when I'm on TV or interviewed by the media. So I want to talk to you guys briefly, and if you want a training with me, we can do it later. And I'd love to do that with you, taking advantage of the opportunity. So I have been kind of reading some commentary back and forth about the different debates. And I'm like, now that I'm talking about politics, I've lost all my viewers on Facebook. That just cracks me up. That's how worn out we are, guys. But I'm using it. Hashtag using it for a lesson. When you get an opportunity to be on camera, the best thing you can do, if you are not president of the United States or running for president of the United States, is not run over the moderator or the person interviewing you. Yes, you may be in an adverse situation with them, which 6 minutes I watched last night because it just stresses me out, and it stresses me out that these are choices. In the 6 minutes I watched last night, I was like, okay, so it's China's fault. Someone's telling someone to shut up. Can you really take over Big Pharma? All the things. But all I kept seeing was bulldozing, bulldozing, bulldozing. Now, he bulldozed to keep his comments. He had comments that he wanted to say. And I do talk to my clients about, if you need to go in with 2 to 3 things that you want to get across, we'll weave them and we'll practice and we'll figure out what those things are that we want to get across. But you have to say them. It is up to you to get them across. So that is one lesson that we learned from last night. President Trump, I'm trying to be respectful. President Trump really wanted to get across all of his views. Now, he had 2 or 3, but all of them he would repeat over and over and over again. This. Why that maybe drove you crazy, but it's also incredibly important when talking and presenting yourself from a media where most people don't know you, is what are they going to walk away remembering about you? And generally, if I'm on air talking about me, I want you to walk away and remember, I am the PR person that gets in the ditches with you. I am not above you. I am not below you. But I am there to put you forward and figure out the best possible message for you. So if I'm getting interviewed, I'm going to drill that in over and over and over. Hopefully I'm nicer about it, but I'm still going to get that point across. Now, former Vice President Joe Biden, he was feeling very antagonistic towards his opponent. So instead of vehemently talking to him back and forth, which is normal debate conversation, he would turn and talk to the camera. Because for him, it looked like, from what I'm reading in commentations, he wanted the American people, the viewers, to hear from him. He was not even addressing his opponent. So that was the message that he wanted to get across. And that's like all part of practicing. That's all part of branding yourself, being prepared for media, being prepared for PR, and being prepared for your opportunities. So I've been doing some trainings lately of just going over, what are the things that you want to get across during a live session? What are the things that you want to get across when you're speaking in front of people? If you're in a big Zoom call and you really want to get your point across, you can't have 12 points that you want to get across. Your body language, the way you articulate, the points you say have to be few, but they have to be pointed. And those were the big things I was watching last night, because I don't know who I'm going to vote for. I'm still looking and praying and hopefully that I read a psalm before I went to bed that said, Lord, just save us. I'm like, maybe I won't have to vote. Maybe Jesus will come back. But those are our choices right now. This is not a political debate. This is start to look at these debates going forward. Start to look at these commercials that you're going to be seeing. You're going to have to see them anyway. Use them to your benefit. Use them to start to dig into, what are these people trying to get across? And are they actually saying anything? So when I worked for politicians, I always said, we don't go dirty. And we say, well, we're qualified for the job. I just think it's a refreshing way of doing things, because I could never go into an interview. I can never talk to potential clients and mudsling competition in town. There are some great PR people in my city. There are some terrible PR people in my city. And there are some in between. And I guarantee you, they probably feel the same way about me. We're all just like trying to figure out our space and do the best and support each other and be kind or stay away. I read something today. If you don't like somebody, just pray for him. But it is not my job to convince a potential client, or it is not your job in an interview to talk about why someone else is bad for the job. Your opportunity is to talk about why you're qualified. So every time you get that opportunity, I want you to start doing that, using every opportunity that you're in front of someone to actually go, you know what? This is why I'm good for this. And this is why I will excel in this, because that's all I want to know. As a person, as an American citizen who's trying to figure out how to vote, I would have loved for either of you to tell me what you were going to do. That is not American politics. It is unfortunate, as if you missed my lead in. I was playing Alexander Hamilton and the cabinet battles and all these sorts of things. That's just not where we are. But you can take all of this and make it work for you. Watch these debates. If you're going to watch these debates, stop doing your drinking games and start looking which candidate, which person, which personality, which method of addressing the public works for me. Do I need to turn away from my opponent and just address the camera? I think normally if you're getting interviewed by someone, I would never suggest that. However, if you're going into a weird space that your PR person has prepped you for this, maybe they do suggest that. But do you need to get your point across? Yes, yes, yes. You can Google media training and all of them are going to say, make sure you have the number one point that you want to get across done. So that is actually my recap today. I'm resigned from politics. It's just not for me. My heart is too big, but I do have a whole passion for creating media space for y'all. So I'm Arden with Definita. I love doing what I get to do. This is my 111 check-in, and now I'm going to go record for the rest of the afternoon my Purpose, Pitch, Perform PR class. I hope to be able to actually start selling this class soon. I'm going to have a master class for it. I'm going to have different ways for you guys to get modules that you may want. You may not want the whole package. Super excited about it, but mostly I'm excited that it's almost October and Q2 is coming, baby. So use your goals, find your goals, use your goals, and stay focused on them, guys. All right, that's all I have for you today. Bye.